Back at VIR for round number 2 of the Dodge Viper Cup, and as you can see from this time-lapse photography, occasionally a cloud goes over, and what a relief when it does. Let's pick up the battle between Sean Bailey and Corey Vetzuk, and this one has heated up as we've been away. Vetzuk sees an opportunity here, and he's going to exploit every chance he's got to get by Bailey.
It's great to have a carrot in front of you like that. He's just chasing down Bailey, making Bailey work and be honest for his laps.
Well, you know, you don't often see a journalist come out and race with the big guns this way. Corey Vetzuk, a lot of experience in Dodge Vipers, and Bailey is able to show him just a little something to keep him behind.
It's too bad we lost Bailey in the first round of this series because he's obviously got a lot to show. He's got definite pace and looks fantastic out there. Looks like he belongs in those Vipers.
Yeah, but on his hero reel, that catch from round number 1, or almost catch from round number 1, and Gary Johnson from Dodge said the only consequence from that could be buffed out. That's just lucky on Sean Bailey's part. Now Vetzuk getting a run out of the Oak Tree turn onto the back straightaway. Close enough now, Ralph van Engelbrechten, to catch a draft.
He definitely had a good look there, and I think he's got the bit between his teeth. He thinks he can get him at the end of this straight. I'm not so sure.
Indeed, very ambitious if he thinks he can. There's a look from Sean Bailey's car forward. And no Vetzuk sliding through the inside as we saw earlier from Keith Burgess.
Not yet. That looked like a little bit of tail happiness there from Bailey coming through the turn. I think he's looking in the mirror a little too much.
Vetzuk now in the wheel tracks, making up room on the hog barn turns as they go back up onto the straightaway. This could be it. He's right there on the back door, Rolf.
This is the opportunity. He's right on top of Bailey. Let's see what happens.
Very fast as they go through that slight bend, and down the inside goes Vetzuk. Bailey opens the door, gets it done, and Vetzuk very, very deep down into turn number 1, and look what happens. The old over-under move, Rolf.
A little too brave. It looked great, but Bailey knew that he had the pace to come out of the turn and take him back again.
Now they both have one for their hero reel. That was great racing as Vetzuk momentarily took the spot away from Sean Bailey. Very cool move on Bailey's part. It is the classic white hat, black hat here, isn't it? And Bailey has the white one on. Vetzuk doing his best to be annoying again as they go through the S's. Bailey's got a very, very nice smooth line, whereas you can see Vetzuk back there attacking all the way, trying to try the same move again down into Oak Tree.
If you can't pass him, at least fill both mirrors and keep him busy.
And now Bailey looks in his rearview mirror. Is he coming, Vetzuk? No, don't quite see him go down the inside there, and more trouble on pit lane, Ralph. Another retirement.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like it might be another overheat situation. There's a lot of debris out there being picked up by these rads, and it's a long race. It's a lot of heat.
You know, you look forward to the schedule here for Dodge Viper Cup, and it's going to be hot in a couple of places. We go Oklahoma next, and then at the end of the whole thing, we're going to be in the desert of Nevada. So this is an opportunity to really test these Viper acr-x's among the harshest conditions. I'm certain there'll be improvements made on these cooling systems as we go forward. More looks from Sean Bailey's car. Now let's go back up to the front where Ryan Shims still attacking, still on full mode to win this race.
Looks like he has it all his own way, but we know he's driving his heart out, trying to stay in front, and very, very clean.
You know, this is where you're starting to hear every single noise in the car, and all by yourself out there, very easy to get caught into a zone where you're not paying attention to the slightest thing, so Shims has to be on his game, but certainly he's in a good position to win this race, as occasionally, there, you can see Keating in the background. And Shims, another mark of his maturity, is driving his own race and keeping that gap. Trouble on the front of Keating's car, as he said, little offs here and there. Keating's front splitter has failed, and obviously he's driven over a curb, so that's actually dragging on the road. Aerodynamically, not so good.
It's affecting aero. It could also be affecting cooling because they pull some air up from under the nose on these cars. That may be something that we've seen on some other cars and just didn't quite pick up on.
The camouflage paint job on Shim's car is completely pristine. His splitter pristine. His car looks good, and he has not put a wheel wrong all day. And that appears to what you're going to need to do to win a Dodge Viper Cup race. Very high level of competition, straight into the box. I'm going to tell you, Ralph, I've been enjoying it.
Oh, it's been great racing. And it's amazing you touched on this point. The guy who wins often has the cleanest car because they just drive so well and they don't rub fenders, they don't bump people, and they don't go off.
Well, Shims hasn't had anybody in his purview to bump, and that's a good thing. But a moment ago, we saw there was some lap traffic just up front. Let's hope that doesn't play into this as we go into the very final lap, and Shims takes the checkered flag. So no bother with lap traffic. Shims, Keating, and then the number 90 car over the start-finish line. And as we wrap up this day, we're mindful of the fact that Ryan Shims may be in a position to take over the points here if he just gathered up enough here. But it's going to be a good fight as we get to round number 2. Down into victory circle now, let's have a word with Ryan Shims.
All right.
Well, Ryan Shims, as they say in the big leagues, it just does not get any better than that.
Oh, yeah, we've been working hard all weekend for that result. Put our best effort in qualifying, luckily got the pole. Had an awesome start. Haven't had a good start like that since I've been driving this car, so got out to an early lead. I was really pushing the beginning of the race and started to get comfortable and just kind of drove my race and brought it home.
Well, Ben, 2 days, 2 podiums. It doesn't get much better than that.
It does not. We ran a really tough race. We ran a good race all day. Stayed quick. The ViperExchange.com Viper needed just a little bit more to catch Ryan. He ran a great race as well. It was a lot of fun.
Great day for motor racing, but it's also an awfully hot day for motor racing. Did your cool suit actually work?
Thank goodness the cool suit worked. It was roasty toasty in there with the exhaust right next to you on top of everything else. It gets your attention.
So, you know, there's a lot going on at the beginning of the race, but the start was exceptional.
I had a great start, and then on lap 2, I got a little bit wide coming into the first turn, trying to brake late, and a stream of cars went by me, and it was catch-up ever after that.
Well, as we see victory circle here, 3 very proud but very warm drivers standing at the top of the podium. When offered an opportunity to do donuts, Ryan Shims said, "No, thank you very much. I think I'll save the equipment." Gary Johnson and Sylvia Mamone joining the group on the top of the podium as we wrap up round number 2. There are your results. Shims over Keating and Verges. Sean Bailey, a great race just over Corey Vetzek. I understand this will be his last race for a while. And there are the points. Ryan Shims within 20 points of your leader, Ben Keating, who finishes up in 2nd place. Round number 2 is in the books. We'll see you next time on Dodge Viper Cup.